In 1962, President John F. Kennedy broadcast a special message to the nation from his office in the White House. Here is President Kennedy as he delivered that message, bearing on recent events in Cuba.
Good evening, my fellow citizens. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island.
The Cuban Missile Crisis was quite simply the moment in our history when we came closest to nuclear war. It was not only the most dangerous moment of the Cold War, it was, as Arthur Schlesinger, an aide to John F. Kennedy, put it, the most dangerous moment in human history.
Having survived the crisis, Castro would outlive the main protagonist.
The strategic arms are leaving, but the rest of the weapons will all remain in our country.
We had publicly agreed that we would sign a non-invasion of Cuba pledge if the Soviets pulled the missiles out of Cuba, and Khrushchev had withdrawn the missiles. But kept secret was the true part of the deal. The Soviets got the United States to secretly agree to remove our missiles from Turkey that were pointed at the Soviet Union right on the Soviet Union's border if they removed their missiles from Cuba. So it was more or less an even swap. And one of the key lessons of the Cuban Missile Crisis is that small countries, even an island like Cuba, will defend themselves if they feel threatened. And since the United States had invaded once and failed, Castro believed they would invade again, and this time really send the Marines in, and he accepted the Soviet offer of nuclear weapons as a deterrent.